In 538 BC, the second timeline started.
And that is the timeline that all the churches missed.
Let's bring you up to speed. We're talking about Daniel chapter 9 and specifically Daniel's prophecy about 70 weeks. And it's widely agreed that 70 weeks of prophecy means 490 years of actual time. It's also agreed that this timeline commenced in 445 BC. This is what most churches teach. However, Leo and Murray now believe there is a second timeline of 490 years, and that this timeline commenced in 538 BC. They believe this timeline was unsealed when God gave Leo the key, and the key was 490 years for thy people, and for thy holy city. For thy people, and for thy holy city. Are you getting it now? A 490-year timeline commencing in 538 BC for thy holy city, and a 490-year timeline commencing in 445 BC for thy people. Okay, so why are the churches only teaching about one timeline?
They don't have the key, and they miss the and between your people and your holy city. If they paid attention to that, which we believe was sealed, they would be able to unlock it.
The unsealing, the word and, separating the two timelines there. Your holy city and your people. Two timelines. One starts in 538, one starts in 445.
So what? The mainstream churches are only telling us half of the story?
Absolutely. Half the story.
We follow God's determined timelines. There's two of them. It's very black and white. They follow man's timeline, which is actually doesn't have an end date. It has a floating last week. It is so far off beam. In fact, the odds of it being right are 1 in 100,000.
In Daniel 9:23, God gave the command to start the second timeline. That's when the commandment had to start. It's a commandment from God. A commandment from God is bang from the minute it comes out of his mouth.
Yeah, and what Murray's saying is correct, because in 538 BC, as soon as that decree was given by Cyrus, that the Israelites went back to Jerusalem to start to build the foundations. So in other words, we saw the start of your holy city timeline, which is the second timeline. And it's totally irrefutable.
Yeah, no, I get it. The mainstream churches out there and popular Christian speakers on YouTube, wow. I mean, they've all missed the second timeline. It's embarrassing.
Correct.
What events happened because of Daniel 9:23?
Well, we saw this massive convergence. Cyrus' decree sent the Israelites, or allowed the Israelites to go back to Jerusalem. Jeremiah's prophecy was fulfilled, which was 70 years in captivity in Babylon. Babylon was destroyed by Cyrus. Isaiah had predicted Cyrus would be the king. We saw the Medo-Persian Empire coming into being at that time. So we saw this happen at the same time. And God gave Daniel the two 70-week timelines. It was a very big year.
Yes.
And it's never been repeated. The odds of it are amazing.
Okay, so the convergence of all these prophecies, and I'm wondering what the probability that these all happen in that year. I mean, goodness gracious. Like, what do you think that means?
There was a convergence of many prophecies, and I think this gives so much credibility and actually certainty that God's word is divine.